Glaydin is located along Route 663, or Taylorstown Road, just about 15 minutes north of Leesburg, Virginia. Here we are in a beautiful fall morning along Taylorstown Road. There's Mr. Huff's new house up there, across from Glaydin. They've nicely paved this road in recent years, and it's a regular highway now. You can see the sign to Glaydin, the entrance to Glaydin that says Glaydin Center, Morning Academy, Camps and Retreats. So here we come in the front door of Glaydin, the front gate. It's a beautiful entrance here as we come in the front drive to Glaydin. That's one of the back roads that goes down there where the lumbermen have been working. Last year we sold some of the larger trees. As we come up the lane here into Glaydin, first building on the left is the administration building. This is the administration building. We call it the W. Lyles Carr Administration Building. It has 25 rooms, all told, including the apartment upstairs. We call it the W. Lyles Carr Administration Building. Lyles has been our volunteer treasurer and our chief donor and chief fundraiser many years. Here's the front office area. Here's the library where we meet every morning. Wonderful collection of books, all the great classics. Wonderful, wonderful library. Long dining table where the boys eat. This is the boys' dorm wing. Each guy has his own room. Here's Antoine in here cleaning up his room. How you doing, Antoine? How do you like your room here? Good. What do you think you've learned at Glaydin so far?
How to follow Jesus and learn more about him and why he died on the cross for our sin. And I learned to be more, take good care of myself and be more good with my work habits.
Good. Well, you're doing a great job, Antoine.
Thank you.
As we leave the administration building, you can see the two nice vans that Episcopal High gave to us recently. They both had less than 60,000 miles on them, beautiful 15-passenger vans. Go into the camp further. First building on the left after the administration building is this new garage and workshop. And then the apartment where our maintenance man lived, and it's a beautiful apartment and garage and a workshop. This is the interior of one of the staff houses. You can see it has a nice fireplace, and we have a nice hallway here, and going in here you can see a nice large bedroom. Nice bathroom, and another bedroom in here. The view of the ground from the front porch of this staff house is great here. There's kind of the central grounds to Glaydin. And across the way over in that clump of trees is where one of the founders' homes is. As we go further in, here's a little memorial to some of the original founders of Glaydin. So moving on in further, here's the one of the original buildings. It's 4 large rooms. They were recently used as classrooms with bathrooms in the center area. We'd like to finish refurbishing these as dormitories for another 60 to 80 kids for camp. Out in front of this building you have a nice grassy area, and we have these picnic tables and It's a great area to play football and soccer, and over across the way here you can see there's a volleyball net, and then there's the main lodge building behind that clump of trees over there. I'll take you over there next. Further down on the central grounds you can see the old main log lodge. The auxiliary buildings here on the end, a little library classroom here and recreation room there. We'll go on into the lodge now. Here's the front entrance to what we call the Halverson Lodge, named after Dr. Richard Halverson, who was a great friend of ours and chaplain of the United States Senate for many years. Here's the main kind of meeting room in the old log lodge, and we have over here a nice fireplace. Old stone chimney, dates way back. Going on into the next room, we go into the dining area. You can see here we have a big spacious dining room, and you can feed up to 150 people in here at one time, and it's a lovely spacious area. Here's our commercial kitchen. We got big ovens and large refrigerators and utensils, and there's a new hood we just put on the stove section. Here's our dishwasher and cleaning area over here, and there's a steam table and sinks, and there's a new proofer in our back storage room, and some freezers and refrigerators. We have this freezers full of donated meats. And from the lodge, here's the back entrance to the kitchen, the old spring house. This is where trucks can back in to the walk-in cooler down there, where we can keep lots of refrigerated produce, etc. There's the back door to the kitchen. There's the bell up there we ring when it's time to eat. Here's that bell. Come here, bell. Back over the main grounds from near the lodge. There's the lodge sweeping out across the grounds. These are the central grounds. Some gymnastics bars. And this goes up to another part of the camp where we have more cabins. Looking out behind those classroom buildings, we have a nice playing field with a backstop over in the end of the field. And over here we have a nice workshop. We'll show you the inside of the woodwork shop. Here's one of the many staff apartments that are around the property. This is the inside of one of the staff apartments. All new cupboards, washer and dryer, room area. Back there's 2 bedrooms and then one large bedroom up on. Here's the tractor garage, where we also have a lot of tools and saws and things. Do a lot of work in there. Mechanics tools, etc. We just have a new engine in the tractor, and it's running great. Table saw, radial arm saw, etc. There's air compressor, and there's the arc welder. Here's the residence of one of the founders of the camp. George and Louise Baker helped Agnes Sater found the camp back in 1958. Here's the vocational training building. New deck, as you can see. Nice artist desk where Brad does his pen and ink sketches and keeps some of the prints and other prints over here. And then down in there is the framing workshop. A nice area to do oil paintings in between. And an office over here on the right. Framing workshop. woodworking shop we have. A nice high ceiling, and nice stable concrete floor for equipment. Job training skills are one of the most important things the kids can learn here. These carpeted tables is where they do the custom framing, or these frames are joined. Moving down into the camp, here's a 4-bedroom residence that we rent out for income. There's a rec building where we can do indoor sports and have meetings with larger numbers. On and further to the left is the Brady Lodge, where I'll take you next. Approaching the Brady Lodge, it's a 10-bedroom facility we're using for executive retreats. Brady Lodge, where we can sit around and have good fellowship in these chairs and the wood fireplace. On the walls we have photos of some of our activities and luncheons and friends. Here's one of the rooms in the Brady Lodge. There's a 3-bedroom staff apartment on this side of the road. Further down the road there's more dormitories. 3 weeks later, it's a little colder, a few more leaves on the ground, a little later in the day. You can see one of the staff apartments over here on this, the 3-bedroom apartment on the right. And then up the road you can see where the rest of our buildings are. Coming up on the right we have the Hartman Lodge. It's a 6-bedroom lodge, resident lodge. Used to house kids in the boarding school, and it's wonderful for camps. We bring kids out on the weekends here. Leaving the Hartman Lodge, you can see the road back to the camp, the Brady Lodge ahead on the right. And we sweep around the property here. And then this is the west end. We have, this is another lodge identical to the Hartman Lodge, a 6-bedroom, 3-bathroom facility. You can see over there we have a smaller log chalet. Take you up for a closer shot. And then to the left of that there's another building hidden behind the trees. We'll show you that. This is the west end. There's the cabin number 1. And our largest cabin up at the end there that's been refurbished as a home. Here's the road in here, road that way to the camp, and road in this way to what we hope will be our hamlet with 15 lots back up in that 45 acres at this end. And these 45 acres will be entered in through this road here that I'm standing on. I'm looking up to the highway above there is where we'll have the entrance to the hamlet. Sounds like a car going by now. So we'll come right in this hamlet entrance, and right in this road here, up to the, and the hamlet road will go on up the hill beyond. I'll show you in a minute. Here's the lounge area and the cabins. There's the front door over there. There's a hallway there where there's 3 bedrooms up at that end, and down the hallway here there's another 3 bedrooms up this way. Here's the small chalet. Take you inside to show you how nice that is. We have lots more acreage in behind there. Chalet has a nice little kitchen area. Refrigerator, back door, wood stove. You can see the open beam ceilings. It's a nice bathroom in the corner there. This is the last building on the property. This will be one of the 3 buildings in the first hamlet cluster. I'll show you inside. This is under construction inside, but I'll show you what a nice building it is. It's under construction. This will be a dining room. Kitchen area will be right in here near the back door. You can see up the other end all these open beams. It's a big, beautiful area. There'll be 2 bedrooms up at that end and 2 bedrooms at this end, plus a full downstairs. Right now we have a lot of mattresses stored in here. Will be one of the back bedrooms. The hamlet road comes from the gate by that building up here by the chalet and down the hill. You can see where it goes up the hill the other way there. There's a storage building over on the right over here, behind that tree. And then on up the hill. I'll go that way now. Back of our largest building we were just in here. And with the 2 floors, it's over 5,000 square feet. And several bathrooms, and with the beautiful setting. I don't see why we couldn't at least sell it for 175 to 200,000. The little chalet would probably sell for 75 to 100,000, and the first cabin on the left as you come in would sell for 125 to 150. So we could realize over 400,000 just out of these 3 buildings on this first cluster of hamlet lots here. Looking back on the road into the hamlet, see there's a new storage building built over here that can be used for many things. See the road, looking back on the road coming into the hamlet. The sun is kind of shining in our eyes, so we won't show you, but it goes right up the hill. The road will be kind of the next central area for the next hamlet cluster right in here, 4 or 5 lots that will be in this area. So of the 45 acres, we'll have basically 3 hamlet cluster areas of 3 to 6 houses each, I guess. We'll probably have 6 in the last one, 6 or 7 in the last one, and 3 down at the entrance there, those with the 3 buildings, and then 4 or 5 in this area to make 15. Woods are in. We just need to gravel them. Gravel them costs a few thousand or a few dollars a foot. See how nice they're moving up to the next hamlet cluster area. You can see how nice the roads are. How nice the trail is, I should say. We just came from up there. So we have probably a total of 6,000 to 7,000 feet of these roads we've got to gravel. See here the third cluster center area here. So there'll be half-acre lots around in the woods in this kind of a little central area in here. You can see the road goes on to the east end of the property. That'll all be graveled as well. This road you see here's a climbing wall for our ropes course. That's quite a wall to climb up on the rope for the kids. Some of the other, you can see the tires over there that they got to swing to, and it's a fun ropes course for the kids. Moving on down the road to the east end of the camp here. A log cabin that a hippie potter built years ago. Now we're looking across the lake. Some beautiful spots all around the lake to build more cabins for camp. Love to have a cabin and take a few of these trees out and have a cabin right here. Up at the east end of the lake. The lodge is up the hill up there. Sandy beaches over there for the swimming. There's our dock. It goes up to a spring house up there along the spring that feeds the into the lake. It's a beautiful lake. Looking at the lake again, a little further north. There's gorgeous spots along the slopes on this side of the lake to put a cabin or 2 in the trees or a lodge. So there's all around the lake. In fact, up here there's opportunity to put another lodge right up in here, back in the woods. So there's a lot of unused space, and this of course is just would be on the central 20 acres of the camp. Here at the east end of the lake, see a nice sweep of the other shore. Another little library we have at the end of the lodge, a little library classroom full of books. We're standing at the entrance of the hamlet in the east end of the camp. Here's the road going in, the buildings at the back. And I'm going to sweep around now. You can see up the road, here's the main road. And then you can see in this pasture across from Glaydin, there are about 20 new homes that have been built here. I think all but 2 of the lots have been sold in this project. You can see they're nice homes. And I'll show you the two developments. You see the beautiful view of the distance. I think you can see. I guess you can't see it from here. You can't see. Sure. That's the road going east, and now we're going west. And you can see this used to be Glaydin property. It was sold about 8 or 9 years ago for lots, for 3-acre lots, and they call it. You can see they call it Glaydin Woods right here off of Taylorstown Road. You go on up the Taylorstown Road, and if you go around the corner there, it's about 7 minutes to the Point of Rocks train, which is a commuter train with a nice parking lot. And down here in the Glaydin Woods, you have some beautiful homes. Just across from Glaydin Woods, which is just a couple hundred yards down from where our Glaydin Hollow entrance will be, there's some nice homes in here. Here's another nice a home in the woods here. There's another nice home. There's another nice house. This used to be Pat Fisher's house here, next to Glaydin. Here's another nice house. Glaydin Acres at the east end of the property. And there's about 10 or so nice big homes up here. There's one over there. And there's one up there. There are three take a minute here to look at how pretty the view is out there. You can see Sugarloaf Mountain off in the distance. It's maybe 15 miles away. Potomac River Valley down in there. So this used to be Glaydin Properties. This adjoins the property at the Point of Rocks train station. You can see there are the train tracks. This actually is the oldest set of train tracks here between Point of Rocks and Harper's Ferry that's still in continuous operation. I heard somewhere. Stonewall Jackson, just before the Civil War broke out, was in charge of the railroads, and he tied up all the engines here on these tracks so that as soon as war was declared, he took them down to Harper's Ferry, and then they disassembled them and took them by wagons down to the Southern Railway system. And he had all these trains bottled up here between Point of Rocks and Harper's Ferry. There's a wonderful old station here. So all the artists like to do this station. Here the tracks make a Y. The tracks on the left go to Baltimore. There's no passenger service there, and then the tracks to the right go to Washington, D.C. about 40 miles down those tracks. It takes about an hour on the commuter train. It's a very pleasant ride. And this is a brand new parking lot. You wouldn't believe it, but when we moved here 18 years ago, there was not any parking lot. There were maybe 3 cars parked here. And now you've got this huge lot that has space for hundreds of cars. It's all brand new. Here comes a train. Look at that. How's that for service? Probably a coal train. It's going the Baltimore way. Yeah, sure enough, it's taking coal to some power generator. Coal coming in by the train load from West Virginia. So here we are, 7 minutes from Glaydin, and this is a big factor in the value of the property because you have a nice commute into Washington here.